as badly as it went, I saw a lot of positives in the game. So like I was trying to do the right things. We had a very poor shooting night and had some good looks. We've got to work at defending better. That's obvious. That's where it's at. It's pretty simple. It's really a matchup-based series. And I just feel like, we just got to work to get more traction defensively. That's really the main focus for us.
Brad?
Yeah, Rick, Brad Townsend, Dallas Morning News. How did Luka look physically out there to you? I mean, from us, from where we are, he was grimacing a lot and bent over sometimes.
Yeah, he's in pain. It appeared to me that he couldn't turn left, couldn't look to his left. He couldn't turn his neck to the left. And that's difficult for a guy that, relies on peripheral vision and, basically has played his whole life with his head on a swivel, So we got to hope in the next couple of days that he can get better, hopefully substantially better. There is a 2-day break between games, which is a positive in this case, and it's a positive for both teams if you got guys beat up and banged up, which I'm sure both teams do on some level. But his neck issue certainly contributed to a 9 for 24 night and him having some real unusual struggles.
Tim McMahon?
Tim McMahon, ESPN. Rick, what are the biggest concerns that you have about the way you match up or the way that they're attacking you when they're small and you guys are on the defensive end?
Yeah, look, they've got two great players that are just putting their head down and basically trying to go through us. We'll look at the film, see where we can do better. The first two games we won were very high-scoring games. We scored a lot. They scored, one game they scored 121, the other scored 103. I mean, those were high-scoring games. From a process standpoint, we've just got to stick with it offensively. I mean, we had a lot of looks that we liked. We just got to keep stepping into them, with force, and we got to work at the defense. Leonard's a great player. George is a great player. They got great shooting. It's a challenge.
Tim? Tim, you're muted.
Tim Cato, The Athletic. When you say you need to be better defensively, is it specifically just individual performances? Is there scheme issues that you already can pinpoint that need to be improved?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all of the above. And, you look at, let me see here. Points in the paint, 44. That's a lot. We had 42. In the first game, there was a huge differential there, and we made some of that up, which is good. Second chance points, we made a little bit of hay there. But look, a lot of this is transition, okay? They had 17 transition points, and we had 4. And look, in a playoff series where transition points is really one of the few ways you can get easy baskets, when you go minus 13 in that area, you really put yourself up against it. So defense is always going to start with the quality of shot that you get. And look, when you're missing and then not doing a good job of getting back, it amplifies, the challenges even more. So it's all connected. But we've got to remain steadfast on the things that got us, to a 2-2 situation in a series, and we just got to keep working at our defense, our defense and rebounding, and keep stepping into shots.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Kristaps Porzingis also just sat down. He had 8.
What do you guys have to do individually and collectively to create some more resistance as far as their paint scoring is concerned going forward here?
Good question. We gotta look at the film on the rotations, how we're doing that, and they're really good at kicking the ball out when we're doubling and just moving it around the perimeter, and then we run them off the 3-point line, and then they maybe drive, and and there's a paint attack, and they're able to score in the paint. So we gotta look at how we can take some of those away, and but overall, we know we can do a better job on both ends. Tonight was a below what we can do in terms of shooting, but it's okay. On to the next one.
Okay, we will move into Spanish. Eric?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Katie, Eric Mora de Telemundo Dallas. ¿Qué tanto le afectó al equipo mentalmente, psicológicamente, el saber que Luka Doncic no estaba al 100%? ¿Fue eso un factor realmente desde el principio del partido?
Yo creo que no. No debemos depender solo de si él está metiendo o no. Nosotros somos un equipo que sabemos que habrá días que no metemos y tenemos que enfocarnos en defender y dejarlos en pocos puntos. Y lo hemos hablado después del partido también, que cuando el ataque nuestro no estamos tan enchufados como nos gustaría, por ejemplo como los primeros 2 partidos, tenemos que enfocarnos en la defensa y hacer un partido duro para ellos en ataque, con nuestra defensa y con nuestra mentalidad, incluso cuando el partido ofensivamente no va como queremos.
Daniel?
Daniel Mercado de Club Deportivo. Por Sydney, empezaron el juego usándote alrededor de la pintura, después se salieron de eso. ¿Qué pasó?
No, a ver, lo intentamos hacer todo el partido, conmigo en la pintura. Algunas jugadas, es todo un poco, ¿cómo se dice? Random. Es un poco, estamos intentando crear situaciones, no son jugadas específicas, sino son situaciones, y cuando hay cambio, pues intento ganar la posición dentro para utilizarlo para meter o para sacar la pelota a mis compañeros para tiros abiertos. Y a lo mejor en la segunda parte no tuvimos tanta oportunidad para hacerlo, pero es en lo que estamos enfocados, y intentar crear ventaja desde ahí.
Okay, thanks, Kristaps.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you all later. Thank you.
See you guys.
See you tomorrow.
When we come back, our post-game coverage continues with Kawhi Leonard, who led the Clippers with 29 and 10 as they tied the series with the Mavs at 2 games apiece.